Hello and welcome back to Butcher That Model and a new build. It's not even, well, you could call it a build. This is a £1 toy dog from a pound store. It's alright. We're going to make it better. We're going to change this into Dogmeat from the Fallout 4 game. Should be quite fun. So, how do we do it? Put him over there. Stay there, boy. We're going to get a load of old junk. This is from my Greedy box. And the Greedy box is, when you buy your model kits, you'll have spare parts. Some parts aren't used. When you look in your plans, they'll be greyed out in the map area, the parts you don't use. Cut them off, save them. Put them in a box and call it your Greedy box. There's all sorts. Panels. I've got some bits of old wire. We may even make a tree. Now, I mod my games, my Bethesda games, because they're pretty pants sometimes. They need modding. That's why I have graphic mods. I don't do cheating mods. I don't do like God mods and all that. But I like to do the graphic mods. So let's make it look prettier. So I've got seasons of Tamriel, say, for my Skyrim, things like that. And I've done the same with Fallout 4. I've got it as spring. So I've actually got bits of green grass, bits of trees. And I'll show you how to make a tree. Using this, some air clay and some wire wool. So we'll do a tree probably next episode. Bits of wire. We're going to do painting techniques on these. We're going to show you how to do rusting effects. Okay. And this was a Coke can. Now, I bought a tool off eBay for 49p. And it's actually a toothpaste squeezer. You're supposed to put your toothpaste in there, your tube of toothpaste. Do that and it gets all the toothpaste out. What you can do, you can put a Coke can in it. Get it in there. And it actually makes a very satisfying noise when you're making it. You just run it through like that and it makes corrugated sheet steel and a funny noise. So have a look on eBay if you want to get one. It's a toothpaste squeezer, a toothpaste tube squeezer. And then we'll turn that into a rusty old battered up piece of corrugated steel. Sheet iron. And then we'll rust all these up. So, where do we start? Well then, first thing we're going to have to do is sort Dogmeat out, or sort the Alsatian out. Get him out of his box. Unfasten these. Don't throw these away either. These are great for holding things together. Or glue sets, especially when you're doing aircraft. Holding fuselages together with bits of wing and that, instead of using gloves pegs or clips. You can just use these things. They're great. Very handy for it. Let's get him out. That way? Yeah. That way and then that way. Get him out of the box. Box. We don't want that. We don't want the box. Right, save them. Always handy to have these things. So when you get your Christmas presents, all the packaging, you get loads of these at Christmas. Save them. Good stuff. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to clean him up a little bit. Now, he's got a line down there, a mould line. It's been moulded in two halves by the look of it, stuck together. So we'll get a trusty sanding stick. Sand all the mould line down. Lovely bench top. Makes my entire bench over. It's good job the camera's not fastened on the bench so you can see it now. And the good thing about this one is it's textured, so this will hold a wash really well. All the recesses. We'll do a really dark wash on him when he's done, which is what I did on this one. So all the wash runs into all the gaps of the fur, and you get a decent effect then. It's more realistic. It looks a lot more realistic than that. Very bright. Doggies ain't like that in real life. It's bright. Well, they are intelligent wise, just not colour wise. They're very bright. Brighter than my wife's cats, they're stupid. She's probably going to defend her cats later. Oh, they're not very intelligent. Six too short planks. Cats are like that. You can never own a cat owns you. With a dog's your best friend. Right, so that's that. Clean up there and there. I can't see any more. Nope. Right then, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our primer spray. So I'll pause this because you're going to spray this stuff outside. Even with a spray booth, it's not worth spraying inside this stuff. It stinks. It really does stink. When you're doing it, it's a really good shake. And another good tip with this sort of stuff, any sort of spray primer or any spray paint at all really, is to sit it in a bowl of warm water, not boiling hot water, just warm water for about 10 minutes to warm it up. Right. So I'll see you in a second, in a minute, because it's, what is it? It's time machine. Time machine, see? Time machine. Right then, I've gone downstairs, and I've sprayed our Alsatian doggy and all the bits, all the greeblies, all the little bits of car parts and spare model kit teeth in kit parts. Now this stuff, this is called florist wire, and it's quite stiff. This is where we're going to make our tree from. Now, like I said, I play my games modded with Bethesda games with graphic mods, so I have quite nice little trees and that. This one we're going to do as quite a small stunted cross between a bush and a tree really. So what we want to do is about 2 or 3 inches down, separate into 2 lumps, about 2 or 3 inches down, start twisting them together, literally like this, and then stop, and you've got about 1 inch up. Right, now this bit here, this little bit, this is going to form the roots. So what you do is you half it again and twist it. Okay, take some off that one. Half them and twist them. And what this will do is this will give you a solid base to stand on, so the roots will help support the tree, which is what they do in nature anyway. Over that. So twist it round, twist it on itself. Put that one under there, and it should, once you spread them out, stand up on its own. And then we can bury these, or partially bury these, when we do the groundwork, so you can still see the lumps where the roots are going into the ground. And the rest of it, you want to do the same again. This one, I'm going to separate in half, and start twisting it round itself. And this is going to form one of our main limbs. So I'll do about that far, and then separate them again, and then go for a different angle with them, and this will form branches, and then you can do the same again, half the last lot, twist them round themselves, And the same with this lot, half them. Twist them around themselves. Same with that. Just virtually half in it, twist it around itself. And that's all you're doing all the way up. You can make them thinner if you want by doing 2.5 in them. 2 on each side. Now, what we want to do then is we want to give that another couple of twists on itself. So you end up like that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to half it again. And twist them. And then that one, half it, go up a little bit, so give it a couple of inches, then half them again. And what you're doing is you're adding height to your tree, and then you're putting all the branches in higher up. And the higher up you go in the tree, the thinner the branches get. So it actually looks in proportion. We've done it. It's only a little tree because it's only short wires. If you want to do bigger trees, start off with bigger wires. We'll twist that one around there. And then twist it around there. And that is your frame then. A wire armature for your tree. And then tomorrow hopefully I can get hold of some Daz air clay from my local works, as I run out at the moment. See, I plan these things properly, you know, proper preparation. Then we'll cover that tomorrow, and then we'll get on to showing you how to do foliage using wire wool. So have a practice at that. Just get yourself some florist wire. Don't matter what size you use. This is quite a small one. It's about what, I think 6 inches, I think. You can get longer ones. You'll find it all over the place in DIY shops like your Wilkinsons and your Home Base and places like that. But you'll also find it in craft shops as well. So have a look around. Get yourself some florist wire. Start making trays. It's good fun. Right then, so I'm going to pause this again now, because for now what we've got to do is wait for the undercoat to dry. So I'll see you when that's dried in a second, in a minute. It's a time machine. Ooh, it's a time machine. Right, that's probably sending my white balance crazy now. So our undercoat is now dry. What we'll do is all our bits to one side, little bits that we're going to go rusty and manky later. All on one side. We'll sort that in a bit. The first thing we want to do is we want to get our base colours down on our Dogmeat, and we're going to use Wooden Deck Tang, Desert Yellow, NATO Brown and NATO Black. They're going to be our main colours for doing Dogmeat. And what we want to do is we want to start off the lightest colour and then work our way up, because it's easier to paint a dark colour over a light colour than it is to paint a light colour over a dark colour. And the underneath of Dogmeat is pretty much the same colour as Wooden Deck Tan. So let's give him a bit of a paint, get some colour on him. Good shake. I'm organised as ever. Cocktail stick, that'll do. There's one. I'm going to give it a stir. Give it a stir. Now, I've already pre-thinned my paints because I send them together to airbrush. I'm not going to airbrush this because you haven't got them. So basically, slap it on, as Ted would say. Literally, just get the colour down on there. It's nothing too fancy. It's just the base coat at the moment. All you've got to do is thin coat. Same as anything. Thin coats are better than one big chunky horrible fill up all the detail coats. Alright, so just a very thin coat. Pretty much everywhere. Get it in there, work it into all the little gaps and crevices and nooks and crannies, get it all in there. This is blowing part in it, watching me paint. Sorry. It's one of the things we have to do, to paint it. Don't worry too much about his under his paws, because you're never going to see them, they're going to be on the ground anyway. Get it all in there, get it all covered. Be quite vigorous with it as well, rub it in, get it, make sure you get it in the crevices, because it's a chunky detail on this, more so than you get on a plastic model kit from Fix or Tamiya and that. It's going to be fantastic when we come and put washes on it, it's going to be great. Absolutely fantastic, it's really going to bring it to life. Get in there, get it all done there, especially inside his ears. Don't worry about touching it with your fingers. It's just the base coat. And there you've got to hold it, you've got to hold it. And then just give it up. And just check him over. Make sure you've got everything. Missed a bit there. Literally just covering it. I'm not being fancy at the moment. Don't worry about getting your finger on it. And your hands are clean, not greasy. Worst thing you can have is greasy fingers. That will ruin the future paint job we put on it. Right, so we'll leave that to dry. And what we'll do then is we'll get on to putting some base coat down on the things we want rusty and horrible. So let's have a look. I have a bit of coat tin, I've cut it down and I put holes in it. And what we're going to do is we're going to use rusty colours, so we want whole red. Whole red's great for the very base colour for rusting. So, a bigger brush. I already pre-shook that earlier, and literally cover all of it. Cover it all in the darkest, reddest brown you can find, which in my experience has always been the old faithful whole red. That's my base for rusting. Just cover one side of it for now. Do the other side later. Now what I also did as well was I hit this with a hammer. And there's a flat spot. So it looks like someone's hit it very hard. And actually dinked it out of shape, you know. Because when a nuclear bomb goes off, I can imagine. I can only imagine. I mean, stood in the centre of a nuclear blast, thank goodness. Things get pretty beat up and battered. when them things go boom. Right. Let's get all the bits. And all we're going to do is cover all the bits in red. Just do the one side. Throw it on the table. Don't drop it on the carpet, your mum will kill you. And leave it to dry and then do the other sides. Right, thin coats. It needs 2 or 3. It needs 2 or 3. Right then, I'll pause this and I'll get on with painting and rusting up all these little bits. And I'll see you in a minute, in a second. It's time like bananas. Rusting my hands up. Right then, we'll leave them to dry for a bit and then we'll crack on with next coat on Dogmeat. So we're going to go a darker shade now. So we're going to go up a shade and we're going to use desert yellow. Give it a shake. I've given it a shake and a stir earlier. A quick shake. Alright then. And what we're going to do is we want to start filling these sides. Leave the underside. Alright, we'll have him going paler as he goes down the bottom. So, literally down his legs on the outside of his legs, not the inside. And leave a little patch of lighter on the front. We might darken that with black later. I'll have to check my reference pictures again. Dogmeat. And leave the inside of his ears paler. And then we'll mix a bit of red in with the colour later. Pinken them up slightly, not a lot, only slightly. Do his flanks. Don't bother too much about the top of his back because we're going to black that later. Use a black on it. Not that there's much chance of covering up a lot of detail on this because it's quite deep. It's fantastic actually, it's very good. Down the side of his tail, don't bother with the very top of it. That's black as well. Do his face. Leave the underneath of his bottom jaw. Leave that. That's pale as well. Down on that leg a little bit. And what we'll do. Now it still looks a bit stark and a bit bare. When you start to put washes on it, you'll see the difference in colours. It'll blend it really well. So we'll leave that to dry again, and we'll get on to rustings. And I'm about to sneeze. There you go. See, told you. Right, the rustings. So we put down a base coat of the rust, which is all red. Now what we want to do is we want to add some variation. How do we do that? Let's start playing with colours. Get my dirty manky palette. Don't have your palette like mine. Dave's an idiot. Clean your palette. Let's do it later. And then so we'll have some NATO brown. Some of that. And any old brush will do. I'm just transferring paint onto the palette a little bit. So I'll have some NATO brown on there. We'll have some of that whole red in. I'll have some of that on there. Just a bit of that. And then we want some oranges. I haven't got Timmy oranges. I've got some Games Workshop ones. Blood Angels red. It's really, really good. That's actually a brilliant brush colour for blending with Blood Angels red. It's in that brush. About there. Clean the brush, and then we'll have some ordinary orange. Just a bit. Right, what we can start doing now is we can start mixing colours together. Like that. Like that. We want all different shades of browns and oranges. And right, clean off a brush. Then what we're going to do, we're going to get a bit of sponge. So I'll start on a nice big chunk of it. Let's start on this bit. Now this bit we're going to do something else to as well later. So squidge your foam up, get nice and blotchy. Just dip it in anywhere and literally start stippling in big patches all over, like this. Do one colour. There's a bit big lump on that bit. Make sure you do edges as well, especially edges. Do the underside. Not probably not. Well, I'm probably not going to say the underside anyway, but do it anyway. And then get a different colour from a different area. Start dapping that on as well. And what you'll find is you'll start to build up a really cool rust effect just by sponging it. You see that? Focus in. I'm just going to focus on the film. Right, and we'll do that to everything. Literally everything we've rusted up. Just randomly all over it. Anywhere you want. Dip it in the darker stuff, dip it in the lighter stuff, and just stipple it on. And you really will start to build up this amazing rust effect. Because if you played Fallout 4, it's been 200 years since the atomic bombs fell in the game, so there isn't much nice shiny new metal about, that's for sure. Not when you go off exploring. If you haven't played Fallout 4, I highly recommend it. Okay. I'm not too sure about the new one that's coming out, 76. Oop, I'll just throw my sponge around. So if you play Fallout, leave a comment below. What's your favourite bit about Fallout? And if somebody says Preston Garvey, I'll never speak to you again. Do things on camera, Dave, you idiot. But basically all we're doing is just dabbing on rusty bits of colour. And it's simple. It really is a simple technique. Once you learn techniques on that, you think, oh wow, that's how they make it look like that. Once somebody's giving you the learnings, it's not so bad. A bit more orange in that. I do like this as a rusty colour. It's orange. I don't know what they call it now. It used to be called Blood Angels Red. Bit of sponge. Squidge him up. Start dapping it on. All over where you put damage, especially where you put damage, get some really bright rusty colour in there. And simply all we're doing is just building up colour. inside bit. Might be the outside bit. I haven't decided which way this is going to go yet. We actually place it. Do we place it leaning up against a tree? Do we have it lying on the floor? I don't know till we come to put it all together. You see how that's. Keep forgetting the camera doesn't follow me. Won't follow me hands. Right, so that's the basic technique. Right, I'll carry on and do all this in a minute. What we'll do now is we'll give Dogmeat dark coat. So what we got here? NATO black. I'll wash off, and then we'll get the colours down on Dogmeat. And I think we'll call this one done for the day because we've been going for about 20 minutes or so. We're about 30 minutes actually looking at it. So, start to get some of the black down on him, down his ears, down his back, down his flanks. Now, it does look stark. Like I said, once we start to put washes on this, blending things together, it will start to look a lot better. So we'll go down his flanks, down his tail, on the back of his ears, a little bit on his head. Get in that. Doing things off camera again now. Right. It looks a mess, doesn't it? It won't do soon once we start blending it all in. Right then, so I'm going to put Dogmeat down for a bit and let him dry. And then in our next episode, I'll start to sort all the tones out and get him all blended down. Get everything to make him start to look like that. And then we'll start to build. Hopefully, we'll start to build our tree. So that's all in the next episode. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget, play on your PlayStation, your Xbox, your PC games. Play Fallout 4. Have a go at it. And I'll see you in the next episode. Don't stay there and do that all day though. Go out, get some fresh air, make friends, have an adventure. Always tell somebody where you're going and what time you're going to be out. And I'll see you next time.